Yeah. OnChain Revolution, you're not bullish enough. OnChain Revolution, you're not bullish enough. Every day we steady looking at the market, and we gon' tell you how to get started. Chain abstraction, fear and greed index, always looking at price action. Roll call in advance, you don't even gotta mention. I swap it in the decks, you're not bullish enough. Traded in the segs, you ain't trenching enough. We do that market recap. Too much Bitcoin, gotta go to rehab. The Shizzy and Joggle beat. OnChain Revolution, network in the art. Every day we go live, baby, you know where we are. We mention all the networks and the crypto. Need some more liquidity, flipping and trading is the recipe. Too many protocols to count. I get high and I'm never coming down. Number go up, then I'ma say peace. Yeah, you thought that I was gonna leave. Yeah, we just getting started, man. OnChain Revolution. Every day. Bring the beat back. Eyes everywhere, gotta be careful with volatile meme coins. You can get some bread if you round trip it, then you gon' regret. All this information in my head. BYOR, touch grass instead. Nobody really knows how it's gonna end up today. Somebody gotta tell you what's happening today. I don't let the money change me, no way. OnChain Revolution, here to stay. Yeah, Sam Sage, man. Voodoo 2 on the way. Yeah, Nicky's. Yeah, OnChain Revolution. OnChain. Hey, OnChain Revolution. Bitcoin not an illusion. Market recap, then I do a roll call. You're not bullish in the vocal. Look at the price action, yeah, send it to the deck. Sell it through the stack. Order knows the best. Too much Bitcoin, gotta go to read. If you end up bearish, gotta put the knee pad. Let me see the comments. Look at the fear and greed index. Bridge. Look at the chart.
Welcome back to OnChain Revolution. My name is Shizzy on this channel. We cover the entire Bitcoin crypto ecosystem. What is up, guys? We have an amazing night show for you guys tonight. I am back after missing last week because I was on vacation. I missed last Sunday, but I want to do these every single Sunday. And next Sunday is going to be the most important one of all because we are officially launching a meme coin. We'll be launching a meme coin on Solana next Sunday night at this exact time, guys. Exact time. We want to invite everybody. We're gonna do it free. We're gonna do it. Well, it's not gonna be free. It's gonna be Solana, right? So you gotta do. We're gonna do one of the pump fund stuff. But we invite everyone to come join us. We're gonna do it fair as hell. I'm gonna show my screen when I press that button. The coin that we chose has insane lore to it. Like, I can't believe people have not done this coin before because I was shocked and I was like, you know what? I think we got to do this. And we're doing on Solana because of the volume and just because we think that we can push this thing to potentially, I don't know, $1 billion, right? We got some a lot of big heavy hitters that are like, yo, yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. We love it. We love it. So it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be exciting. That'll be next week. There's nothing we can do with the snipers, right? So I'm kind of fighting this thing where it's like, if we tell them what time we're launching and everything, yes, it's fair to everybody, but we got to deal with the snipers. So I said, screw it. Let's deal with the snipers. Let's deal with them. I feel like, you know, we're going to do a really good job of pushing this thing, of really educating people on what it is and where I think this is going to go. This could be one of the top memes over there. And it's a way for us to kind of grow our community, grow this channel bigger, and grow the audience bigger as well. So that's kind of what it's in for us at the end of the day, you know, and so that's kind of what we're going for. Really excited for that. So that's next Sunday. But, you know, every week I want to do these. I want to do these because it's the weekly close. We're going to we find out a lot. What happens this week, which looking at the candle that just closed, right? So we did just have a bunch of weekly candles just closed right now. So really excited for that. We're gonna get into FlashNet. So in about 1 hour, FlashNet is doing something. I'm not sure what it is, but I have a little bit of speculation that it's something with Luminex Launchpad. I don't know. It's going to be exciting, though. Definitely want to be on that. I'm going to stay live for that, kind of see what that is. So if you guys are watching, you guys come hang out with me with that as well. So without further ado, let's kind of jump into the weekly charts. I'm going to get to all the comments. The first time I did this was a little tough going in the comments and stuff. So I'm going to get this stuff out the way, and then we'll dive into the comments and put if there's anything in there you guys want me to check out, anything like that, just put it in there and I'm going to look at it and we'll go over it. So definitely be in the comments and be hanging out with us for sure. So before I share my screen here, all right. All right. So Bitcoin just closed the weekly candle. So this is it right here, right? So we got a brand new weekly candle. What a candle it was, too. I mean, this thing started here around 114, and we finished up at, just a few minutes ago at 119, looks like 400 to like 350, something like that. But yeah, so that was strong. This breakout over here, upward momentum sideways, which makes me think that we're going to see something like we just seen previously, right? With a little bit of sideways before we go up. And I think that we're going to get that here. Well, I think this is the week, guys. This is the week we get the all-time high. We have a lot going on this week that I think could push Bitcoin to the all-time high. Let's check out the economic calendar. We got CPI this Tuesday, August 12th. Today's the 10th. So what that means is in 2 days, so that'll be Tuesday, obviously, we're going to have the CPI. And then Thursday, we get that initial jobless claims, and then we get core PPI. This is exciting for a lot of reasons because these numbers right here are going to, if they come in lower than expected, if you go to Polymarket, you're potentially going to see huge. It's going to be 99% that we get a rate cut in September. And I think everyone's kind of feeling that way, but that would put the nail in the coffin of this sideways bullshit the Fed's been doing. It's time to cut rates. And I think this will send us into an insane bull run that leads into Jackson Hole. Jackson Hole is a meeting that Jerome Powell and the Feds do every single year. So this is kind of like your Fed meeting because the number really doesn't matter. We're not going to get the cut until September. But if he indicates, hey, we think we're going to be cutting, Jackson Hole could either be, another blow off top situation for, September, or it could lead to him saying stuff in the sense of, yeah, maybe we won't be cutting rates. So that'll be something to look forward to as well, because that could be either a very local top, because we do think that we're going to run for months and months and months with these upward movements sideways, right? So we're really hoping for that to happen. So let's get the CPI out the way. Let's get the PPI out the way, the initial jobless claims, and let's run hard. Let's run hard for 2 weeks, run into that Jackson Hole. I think it's around the 23rd or 24th of August. And then, but that will lead for a whole month later, we'll have the Fed meeting. So we could have potentially 45 days of just pure upward momentum, guys. But let's jump back into the charts, kind of see how ETH. So Ethereum, guys, this is something Yagobi's been talking about for a while. In March of 2024, we went up, we touched that 4,000, got rejected. And then we tried again in May, right? Tried again, got rejected. Had to come all the way back down. I thought it had enough, came up, another fake out, another rejection, had to go all the way home. This is where Benjamin Cohen, legendary Benjamin Cohen, he's been right about a lot of things this entire bear market and bull market. He's basically said it needs to go home. It went home, ETH Bitcoin, and now it is back, and it finally passed it. This weekly candle is now up. So I do expect to get 3 upward momentum weekly candles for ETH. I think this is the first one, second one, and then third one. I do think we get up to about 64, 6,800 around there before maybe a little bit of sideways, right? That this is built up momentum about to happen. You have treasury companies buying it. You have people staking it. You have so much ETH stake. And why do I push ETH so much, right? I push ETH so much because Bitcoin has become something different now. Bitcoin has become an asset that you have to put with the Dow Jones, with the NASDAQ, with the S&P 500, right? With gold. It is different now. It is something that it's not even like a crypto asset anymore, because these TradFis got their hands all over it. And ETH will be that one day. But for now, ETH is that indicator for us, that leading indicator that's going to tell us when it's time to get bullish or bearish. Bitcoin's not that no more. Every time Bitcoin goes nuts, all coins bleed, right? I think ETH is that, though. ETH is that the new Bitcoin in the sense of being that indicator for when alts try to run. Yes, things are bleeding against ETH. It's ETH season. But once ETH gets to a number and gets high enough, we are going to see a lot of these alts start running. We're going to see stuff like potentially XRP. XRP could be the next leading indicator going into next year when ETH becomes that big, right? Stuff like Tau, super bullish on Tau, guys. I think Tau is going to be the AI Bitcoin play. I mean, the same tokenomics as Bitcoin. Once this gets like an ETF and stuff like that, this is going to be explosive, guys. I think this gets $3,000, $4,000 for Tau by December. Tau does have a halving in December. Very bullish on BitTensor Tau. Solana might be something that kind of already ran. It might not run as hard as ETH until maybe later in the cycle. But this is something definitely to pay attention to kind of see. ETH Bitcoin, though. ETH Bitcoin is something that I think is about to do a lot of catch up for a long time. Not saying Bitcoin's going to go down. I just think that ETH kind of passes it for a long time here. As you can see, ETH Bitcoin had a high in 2021 of about 86. So I do think, it is potentially not going to be as big as this one or this one, but I do think it gets back to 05, 07, right? So it's a lot of room to run here for ETH Bitcoin. I do think it does something on the sense of and kind of go up to super high against Bitcoin. Bitcoin kind of catches up. ETH rotates back into Bitcoin, and then we do see some sideways stuff taking all the way to 23. I think the days of ETH bleeding against Bitcoin, I think those days are done. I do think we have this pull up and then sideways up until the next halving. I do think that ETH is going to lead us our way, and then ETH is going to become bigger, right? ETH is going to become just like Bitcoin is now. They're going to look at it a little differently, but we'll still have our leading indicator. We just got to find it. But this side right here, it is ETH Bitcoin. Let's jump into some comments here. Let's see what you guys are talking about in the chat here. So that first comment, I love first. My guy Matt's, you are not ready. The NAT token. All right, so I got to talk about this really quick since it's here. I wasn't expecting this to be so early. I did have it up here. So let's take a look at the NAT token, and let me explain why I'm just not bullish on this thing. So this is the NAT token. It's on CoinMarketCap 0078. You do see this huge run. So the problem with the NAT is, it's no longer being mined by normal people. They're giving it to the miners. Every miner that wins the block wins that amount of NAT. I think that is a mistake. I think the Bitcoin miners are some of the biggest scumbags in crypto. We need them. We need them, right? But they only extract. They have no plans to build on Bitcoin layer 1, which is stupid. Why wouldn't you want to build on Bitcoin layer 1? Because that'll bring fees. I'm done giving my fees to miners. If I mint a rune, I'm doing it on RadFi's Launchpad or Odin or Merlin or so. I'm not doing anything else on Bitcoin layer 1 until they start pushing, potentially building something. Put an NFT collection out. Put a rune out. Do something for the ecosystem, Mara, Riot, and all these other ones, right? Ant Pool. Do something for these ecosystems that made you so much money. I mean, we doubled the reward, like in 2024, January 2024. It was doubled. It's time to give back and build. I'm not telling you to spend your money, none of that. Just build something here. You use your devs, use something, build something on Bitcoin layer 1. That's just kind of what I'm saying, right? And I do think that giving miners more free money, that's what this is. And you can say, oh, it's not free money. They're my bullshit. They don't even know they're getting this. It's free. It's like you waking up to an airdrop and saying, oh, I earned this because I bought this. No, you didn't earn shit. You woke up and it was in your wallet. You got lucky. That's basically what it is, right? And the same thing with the miners here. They're getting lucky this token's in it, but they're going to dump this thing to hell. Once they realize that, and you're gonna have Riot reach out to Mara or whatever, and Pool reach out to one of them and say, hey, we'll give you 10,000 for your net. It's worth 22,000. They're gonna say, here, take it, and then they're gonna dump it on you. And they're gonna keep dumping it on you. It's fractal all over again. Oh, say fractal. It was pre-mined, whatever. It doesn't matter. The point is they mined it and dumped it. Mined it and dumped it, and they're gonna do the same thing with this token. I think a lot of people are gonna get wrecked. Does it go up first? Sure. Does it go up 200, 300%? Sure. But in the long run, that's terrible because that's going to give them more. They're going to wake up to this. And once they wake up to knowing this token exists, they're going to dump it. And they're going to dump it constantly, just like they did FB. That's just kind of my point with that. But let's get back to talking about you guys for a second. We got my man Lackey Lukey is here. A shout out to you, my friend Tim Baker, AOD Art himself. So you guys fast. Yeah, they fly, man. They fly. Mulam Yuri says, yo, Mats, congrats. Yes, sir. Well, guys, there is no first on the Sunday shows. I can't do it. It's just not fair. So the only time it counts for that would be Monday to Friday, 11 a.m. Eastern. Anything else that we do, it won't be first is first. Well, you won't be put on the spreadsheet. So just a heads up. Next year we'll do something differently though, to where we're gonna do like a raffle thing. So every time you're first, you get one more name in the raffle. But this year we're kind of locked into what is going on. It does look like it's gonna be Lackey Lukey or Web Dribble. We'll see. Plenty of time left for that as well. Momir says, "Hey, could the Nat token run harder than Dog?" No, stop it. I know there are different categories, but in your opinion, which one runs harder? Dog runs harder. Like I said, Nat could run these next couple weeks, but if it runs too hard and they notice they have, $100,000 or $30,000 worth of this token in their wallet, they're gonna sell it, and they're gonna sell it cheap because they're just gonna want that Bitcoin. Right? Think about it for a second. If they can get 0.5 of a Bitcoin for something that they woke up to in their wallet that they didn't even know was in there, they're gonna do it, and they're gonna do it every single time. And then after they realize it, they're gonna just sell it every day. And it's not going to be good. The miners are scumbags, guys. You have to understand this. They only want to sell. Yeah, they keep the network alive, but I mean, at the end of the day, if they don't do it, someone else will. If you know what I mean, like we don't need the hash power skyrocketing high. Yes, it's better for decentralization. I get it, but I mean, for miners, like run the entire blockchain, right? They have 51% of the power, so it doesn't matter. We actually need them to kind of go away so other miners can come out anyway. So it'd be nice to have hash rate kind of drop a little bit. KDN says, GM guys, Mist is going to take off. I actually haven't looked at Mist. I do. Bunzi actually reached out to me. We're potentially going to have him and Halfbanger on the show this week, so definitely tune into that. I think it might be Thursday. We're still kind of coordinating the time for that, but that's going to be fun. What these guys are building is awesome. So let's take a look at Alchemist. Thinking about, damn, almost 100% up since last time I checked it. It was like 400K, and that's 854. That must be after they talked about their new projects like Pokemon or something. I don't know. Alchemons. I'm excited for that because I'm a big Pokemon fan. I think that's going to be really awesome. BUSD is here now. That is cool. You got a stable coin over here. Shout out to Scott from Bound and Radfi. We're actually going to have a show with Scott from Radfi on this week as well. That should be a fun one. So definitely want to tune into that later this week. Let's see. Cheeky B, 236. B token, 453. Yeah, nothing really moving except Alchemist right now. Very bullish on Alchemist. Very bullish on Bunzi and Halfbanger. I'm actually really bullish on Alkanes. I'm curious of what Spark's doing tonight, but I am really, really bullish on the Alkanes protocol. I think this could really do something because of the smart contracts, and you got guys like Fluid Tokens building over there, Halfbanger and Bunzi building over there, and yeah. I do think it has time though. I think, when we talk about being too early, being an Alkanes now might be that, right? Being an Alchemist might be different, but like some of the other ones, I think it might be too early. But getting something like Diesel, for instance, for $25 could be really, really big in the future. I just don't know. I know it's still kind of minting out and everything. I know there's not a lot. Yeah, so the progress is still 30%. So that's a little scary to me. Because obviously more tokens in the market, you need to, it's going to drop the price, right? So I don't know. But definitely bullish on some of these. The pandas, holy wow. Okay, that's the volume for the pandas, but the price is 134. Damn, I bought one of these at 2 something. I'm still holding that. But yeah, these kind of dropped pretty bad. But yeah, like I said, I think that might be a little too early for Alkanes, but I am very bullish on Alkanes going forward. All right. We got my man Bitcoin is Truth is here. He said, "Yo, let's talk dog. Let's talk some dog. So dog is up 1 point. Let me make sure I get this refreshed here. You got dog up. I thought dog was running a little harder than that. Let me check. Okay, so about 1.6. Pups is up 7% on the day. Shout out! I got a little bag of pups this morning. I didn't have Bups. I do have Mim. I had Dog. I had Billy. I had Gizmo. I had Lobo. I have Bro. I have Seiko. I didn't have Pups. So this morning I was like, you know what? Let me throw a couple G's at this. Make sure I have a nice little bag of this. So a very small portion of my portfolio though. So I did buy some Pups this morning. Seeing what kind of happens with these rooms. I do think that Pups, Billy, and Gizmo do get listed this week on Kraken. I think it's going to be Pups tomorrow. I think it's going to be Gizmo on Wednesday and then Billy on Friday. I do think they're going to this kind of will be the stoppage after they list these three. But I'm very, very bullish on these three right here. So this is kind of why I bought a little bag of pups there. And if Billy keeps dropping, I mean, this is probably one of the easiest buys in my opinion, like ever. Really, really bullish on Billy here. Liquidium, another one I'm bullish on, is sitting at 21 million. Lobo I thought it had a better day than this. But yeah, Bro Bear, I think is very, very cheap. I think this one's going to be like 20 million, something around there. Seiko Hamster, same thing. I think these both should deserve to be like 2 to 3 million, if not 5 million. I think those happen very quickly. And then taking off some of these other runes. Mr. Yen, something I'm very bullish on as well. $245,000 market cap. This is nothing, guys. This can go to 20 million in my opinion, which is like 100x. I think Mr. Yen can be 100x, but we will see. Uzi Guzmo, something else here, 184. But yeah, but mainly I will stick to Pups, Billy, and Gizmo right now. I'd love to know your guys' opinions as well. We got Abstract here. He says Bitcoin dominance is falling. Let's check out the Bitcoin dominance real quickly. Yeah, so let me show my screen here. Yeah, so this is Bitcoin dominance. This is Bitcoin dominance here. As you can see, huge weekly candles down, week down, sideways, another huge weekly down. I was like in the 50s. I hope we do get back in there tomorrow, but Bitcoin had such a strong day today that it's going to be hard to kind of get back in the 50s until Bitcoin kind of eases up there and ETH runs harder. There is another chart I want to check out. This is called Total 3. Total 3 is something I'm really watching right now. Total 3 is everything in crypto besides Bitcoin and ETH, and this is it right here, right? So we are about right now at $1 trillion. That's why Bitcoin dominance is 60%, because Bitcoin dominance is like 2 trillion. But yeah, so we do need this to break this here. This is the all-time high on Total 3 was from 2021, and it was basically where we're at now, right? And I think we're about to double this. I think this is going to be one of the most upward momentum charts that we see. I think this thing just rips up, guys. This absolutely just rips up there. 1.5. Yeah, I mean, potentially might see a green candle in the coming weeks. That's just so bullish, just completely upward. 1.5, 1.7. Because that means a lot of the alts are running. This is alt season, guys. This is alt season there. But the big teller of alt season is that ETH Bitcoin. And as you can see, we're about to enter, an alt season as well. So really excited for that. All right, more comments here. K99 is here. Some of these streams are awesome. Thank you so much for being here today, man. Spindrift is here. What's up, Spindrift? Vader Time says runes set to explode. I really do think that runes are set to explode. I truly, truly believe that. Satoshi Nakamoto is here, my guy. Thank you for creating Bitcoin. Tim Baker says Nat on fire. Is it though? Tim Baker says, what do you think about Spark? Yes, we're gonna get into that in a second. I am super, super bullish on Spark right now. Like super, super bullish on that. I don't even know what it's gonna be. Tim Baker says, you guys have been working hard. You guys put a lot of time in. October will be the full-blown start and cycles could be over. Yeah, it could be. It really could be. But Benjamin Cohen is somebody who is predicting that we kind of have a red September, but a bullish August. So I'm kind of not looking forward to September because he's been right a lot. So for me, it's like it's one of those things where he's been right. He's been right. So we'll see. Chief Axel is here. Shout out to Chief Axel, my guy, legendary, him right there. Rolando says dope intro beats. Thank you so much, man. Thank you so much. Next Sunday, I'm in, homie. Yes, I hope you guys all join us next Sunday. It's going to be nuts. It's going to be nuts, guys. Fegwick is here. Shout out to Fegwick. He says he reposted the stream. Thank you so much for reposting the stream. If you guys can repost stream on X, it really, really helps us. Mr. Hanky says GM from OzFam. OzFam. I'm not sure what that is, Mr. Hanky. You wanted to let me know. Tim Baker says, what about Trump meeting Putin this week? Might be big. If that war was kind of like the beginning of the bear market. Remember that in 2022, January, when Putin went into Ukraine? I mean, that could be the ultimate bull market, right? If that war ends. We'll see. Rolando says Bitcoin, ETH, and Sol. Yeah, Sol could be that leading indicator. You're right, Rolando. definitely could be that leading indicator that kind of makes things feel like when ETH does become too big, like Bitcoin has, right? I think Sol could definitely be that leading indicator. Amusing TCG says, do you think ETH can hit 50, 60K within 10 years? So I think ETH's going to hit 18,000 this cycle. And I think ETH hits potentially, I want to say like 180,000 next cycle. So 50, 60, 10 years. Yes, easy. I think Ethereum is a $200,000 asset in the 2030s. I think ETH is going to be sought after. Why? Because ETH controls the ETH chain. It's not like Bitcoin. The Bitcoin coins don't do anything for the miners. All they do is pay the miners, right? But the miners need to keep the hash power going and get those coins. If you have 51% of the ETH, you can control the Ethereum blockchain. You can make changes, right? And yeah, obviously it's going to be impossible for one company to do that, but let's just say 6 companies in cahoots. They can control the ETH blockchain, and that actually gets me bullish because that means they're going to want the price of ETH to constantly go up, right? Because they want that to be like not affordable. So that's the reason why I'm so bullish on Ethereum next cycle and, potentially 16, 18K this cycle. Ron said, yeah, boy, hang on. It's coming. I'm ready, man. Shizzy, Sonic, thoughts? Sonic, very bullish on Sonic. Very bullish on Michael Kong. Very bullish on Andre, the godfather of DeFi. I do think it has a run-up. I am shocked. Absolutely shocked that Sonic is at like bear market lows right now. So you got to remember, Sonic was Phantom before it did its migration. And it has just been downward this entire time. I think it found its bottom here, though. I think this is a double bottom here. And I do think Sonic gets back up. I think Sonic can get to like $3-4. I just think it has so much to go to come, right? Because Andre, I think he's going to build like this amazing protocol there. I think they're really going to push that up and away. So really excited for that. Mr. Hanky says, Fly on Sonic looks like a solid play. Fly. Okay, I'll look into that for sure. Mr. Hanky says Australia. Gotcha. Makes a lot of sense. Appreciate you, Mr. Hanky. Appreciate all the comments here, guys. Put your comments in chat. If you want me to take a look at something, you guys want to hang out in different ways, just let me know what you guys want to look at, and we will take a look at it. I have a few things here to hit on. Agent Hustle looks like it is ready to explode again. It had this huge upward momentum here, up to about $37 million, came crashing down over the last couple of days into the weekend, and now it does look like it's pushing up. It did pass its old resistance of 15 million. Now it has to pass the 18 million is a new resistance before we can go back up in the 23s. I think if you missed Hustle in the first opportunity, I think you do have an opportunity here. I do think potentially it could go sideways for a little longer, but I do think by the end of this month, especially when the migrations go live, this thing can be back up to its all-time high, if not past it. 50 million. I have a target of 200 million on it. That's kind of where I'm thinking about 20 cents. I think it does hit here, but I do think it takes, up December, January, February. I think Hustle is one of the few AI projects that actually work. And I think a lot of people are going to start realizing that when, the stuff we were promised, the Hey Anons, the Griffins and stuff kind of fall off a cliff there. And then Agent Hustle is there. Just smiling because it's going to be very successful in my opinion. All right, let's move along though. All right, so another big news of today was this, right? Here it is. So Flashnet, 6 p.m. PT. So right now it is about 5:30 Pacific time, and let's see if they tweeted anything else since that. Yeah, and that's it for now. So we're all just waiting for another half hour. Apparently something big is happening Sunday Pacific time, and Yagobi asked me if I'm going to mint. If it's something, I'm definitely going to mint it. So apparently something big is happening Sunday Pacific time, 6 p.m. Pacific time. So really excited for this. I have no idea what it is, but I'm going to try to mint it. And if they drop it live, let's do it. Let's drop it live. But this is another reason why I'm bullish too. Ethan Marcus, I think he's one of the team members at Flashnet. And he said, I can't wait. We're going to break Bitcoin. Apparently something big is happening Sunday Pacific time. So what do you guys think it is? Let me know in the chat. What do you guys think this could possibly be? What do you guys think that we do know that Spark is the third team to come out of the Facebook lab. You obviously it was Aptos who launched first. Sui, we know what Sui ended up being the the most dominant chain behind Solana and Ethereum and Bitcoin, obviously. So Sui's been absolutely insane. Aptos has not been. I do hear that they're doing a lot of RWA over there. But this is the third project to come out of Facebook lab, and it's Flashnet or Spark, right? So, and then this is the key here. Luminex says we got experience in breaking Bitcoin. We've got experience in breaking Bitcoin. So Luminex is ready. Not sure what this is about, but I do think whatever it is, it's going to be on Luminex. So right at 30 minutes, I'm going to head over to Luminex. I'm going to kind of see what is happening over there and seeing what potentially we could mint. We do know that Flashnet is like a lightning type of protocol, but they might do something on Bitcoin L1. I'm not sure, but definitely looking into what that is. We have another comment here. My man Musing says, have you done any research or heard of Little Pepe? No, I actually have not heard of Little Pepe. Let's take a look at Little Pepe. There's a lot of damn Pepes, man. But I'll take a look at it for you since you brought it up. Is this the one right here? Little Pepe. 99% down. I don't know if that's it. Little Pepe. Make sure you spelled it right. Little Pepe. One word. Yeah, I spelled it the same way. Yeah, I don't know. No. Don't know. 99% down. Not, yeah. Yeah. Not Little Pepe. Not Little Pepe. Let's kind of see what's happening right now with some of these coins. Athena has been a runner, up 36% in 7 days. Lido is up 56%. It's huge. But yeah, guys, let me know what you guys want to take a look at and stuff like that. So definitely will. Here. So yeah, Ethereum, Flashnet. Really excited for this. Let's take a look at Flashnet. Let's kind of see what it actually is. So create Bitcoin markets on Bitcoin, the fastest exchange on the most secure ledger. I was messing with this earlier. I was on their like testnet area where you can kind of mess around with it. I did ship your trading experiences in minutes, install SDK. So they do want you to build a wallet. I did find something though that actually has a wallet. Let me find that really quickly. It's called what was that called? I think I might have it here somewhere. Sparkset. That's what it's called. Let me show this real quick. So this is the wallet that I downloaded. Guys, this is high risk, really high risk. I have known nothing about these guys except that I was messing with them today. It's wallet tool for Spark. Sat on Spark, the first full featured web tool wallet on Spark. So if you this is kind of what I did. I did load this up. I did put a it's really cool functions too. I sent a little bit of Bitcoin over there. They do have Lightning Network and everything they're building else, but yeah, we'll see. It would be really cool though if you didn't need this wallet, if you could just use an Xverse or something, or even a Magic Eden. I know Magic Eden is working closely with the Spark team. Would be nice to kind of push that over there for sure. So put on some music here. Let me know if this is too loud for you guys. Probably take a look at some market. Take a look at the market. All right. It's at a fee now. I'm 36% in 7 days. Lido up 50%. Pendle DeFi protocol on 39%. Uniswap up 20%. Curve. Curve $3. Ethereum name service up 15%. This is something that Rand Nooner from Banter was saying that he's super bullish on. BitTensor Tau had a good week, up 11%. Pancake Swap up 9%. Pepe up 15%. Big week for the ETH memes. Really big week for the ETH memes. Avalanche up 11%. Ethereum obviously 21%. Damn, I didn't know Ethereum ran 21%. That's pretty crazy. Ethereum Classic, the OG ETH, the original ETH, up 16% before the fork. Near Protocol up 12%. Adara up 4%. Sui had a good week, up 12%. Bonk 4%. XRP up 7%. The Sandbox up 11% on the week. Conflux down a little bit. What is Conflux? Is that an Ethereum project? I think it might be a DeFi project over there. We got a comment here. Good luck with the meme coin. You guys don't give up. Maybe you get lucky, and Jeff and the others bring. So we're hoping for that. We're hoping that we're actually in talks with people from the Chinese community to kind of help us launch that next week. And when I say launch it, I mean send it to Valhalla, right? And 10, 20, 30 million dollars on the first night, definitely possible. Some of you guys who are watching the stream next week could make out really, really well. But I don't know. I don't know for sure. I'm not really gonna put too much into it. I'm probably gonna put like 10 soul into it, but like I'm not selling my coins at all. We're not gonna dump on you here. Snipers might, like I said, it's gonna be sniped up because we're trying to do it fair, right? And the only way to do it fair is to do it live. So Hyperliquid up 17% on the week. Shiba Inu up 10. Artificial Super Intelligence Alliance, FET, up 12%. And then you have Render up 9%. Jasmine Coin up 9%. Aptos up 10%. Theta, huge week for Theta, up 16%. Cardano had a very quiet week. I think the Midnight token could really send Cardano to the moon. I really do, because you have to claim it on Cardano. Yeah. I think this could have a huge week. Huge week. Sorry. Nexo up 3%. Algorand up 8%. VeChain up 8%. Pudgy Penguins up 11% there. WorldCoin up 10%. Internet Computer ICP. Pub Fun up 7%. Sonic, man, getting zero love. 2% there. Polygon. Damn, Polygon's 24 cents. Wow. I don't know if it's that super cheap or dead. What do you guys think? Can Polygon make a comeback? Wow, 24 cents. That's crazy. Celestia at $1. Remember Celestia was like the talk of the town? What happened to Celestia? I barely hear anyone talk about it anymore. I know it's one of the Cosmos, right? You got a couple over there. Injective, Say, Celestia. I got to look into the Cosmos ecosystem again. I used to be super bullish on that. But, I was wrong there. Arbitrum up 20% on the week. Pith. Yo, guys, don't underestimate Pith. Pith is they're a Chainlink competitor. They're gonna take market share away from Chainlink, I think. I'm pretty sure. Definitely keep an eye on that. Dog with Hat up 10% back to $1, which means it's back to $1 billion. Polkadot, something I used to be super bullish on. The Jam update's coming. So Jam is a update to the EVM, or like the Solidity. So you got to remember, Gavin Wood, the founder of Polkadot, he created EVM. He helped create Ethereum, right? So with him building Jam, it gets me definitely bullish on what they're building. He's definitely taking, a step back from the Polkadot, the way they were doing stuff, because it wasn't working. But they're going to be initiating Jam soon. So really excited to kind of see what that becomes with Polkadot. But we'll see. Kronos up 25%. Caspa up 9%. Bitcoin Cash up 4%. Stacks 8%. SPX is. So the memes are starting to run here. This is a really good sign for crypto that we get the memes coming alive again. Really good sign for crypto there. Cosmos back to 4.6. I think this thing got all the way down to like 2 something, right? Yeah, this thing got let me see, Windows. I remember it being like, there it is, like $2-3, man, back in October. Ran up to about $40. Oh, that's like a cycle. Okay, so it's just been kind of down only since there. Let's jump back over to here. Injective up 9% this week. Optimism, huge week. Gotta remember, Optimism is doing the roll up for base. So this one's always gonna be attached to base. This one isn't going anywhere. This is a very safe bet in my opinion, and I think this gets to a few bucks. Very bullish on that. But yeah, man, is there anything you guys are looking at right now? Let me know in the chat. We can take a look at that. But yeah, man. take a look at let's go back to ordinals. We haven't taken a look at ordinals yet. All right, this is the Magic Eden ordinals here. You have Node Monkeys coming down a little bit at 6.7 because Bitcoin's running. As Bitcoin's running, usually the ordinals do take a little bit of a drop. Mooncat Racing Club. Oh, this is the Moto guys. Moto Cat Racing Club. 75% on the day. Damn. Lots and lots of bids there. Ordinal Maxi Biz sitting at 3K. I think that's super cheap. Una Revelations, another BRC20 garbage. Adrenals sitting at $800. BTC DeGods. Why would anyone buy this? Why would you buy a DeGod? Like, didn't Frank like fall off a cliff or something? I don't know. The Bitcoin Frogs is sitting at about $800. Runestones are $242. This could be a really good buy too, because if Leo launches that meme coin, this could easily 10x. If he just announces, let's say, dogs at $1 billion, that could be really big. Natcats around $700. Not really bullish on the Natcats. Bitcoin Wizards, really bullish on them. The price is insane though, $6,800. Quantum Cats. Remember this used to be $20,000. That's crazy. Yeah, man. Then we have the Labubus. I don't know what the hell that crap is. But yeah. Let's take a look at the crypto bubbles. See what the bubbles are doing. Let's go to the hour because this is a big deal. Damn. Hour is looking good for a lot of the ETH stuff. Athena up 3% on the hour. Lido up. Pendle up. ENS up. Dot sideways. Virtual's down a little bit. Towel up a little bit. This is going to be telling, guys. It's going to be truly telling about what's about to happen here in the next couple of, hours, really. Because I do think once we start pushing up here, I think it's, because the stock market just opened, really, right? They can start trading again for the first time this weekend, and you do got them green. So we are going to be kind of seeing what they're doing, and then we're going to be able to kind of see what happens here. You see Bitcoin is a little red on the new week that just started here. Let me get rid of that. Yeah, Bitcoin is red on the new week. So we will see if that continues, or we have that green candle that I think a lot of people are expecting. Same thing with Ethereum. New green candle. It is green. It's green. I think this gets the all-time high, 4,800, right? I mean, that was the all-time high heading all the way back. Yeah, up here it was 48.76. It looks like maybe a little lower, 48.70. I do think that ETH gets there, and I think it gets there very quickly. Dog, something I am insanely bullish on. I am so bullish on Dog. Dog did have not so good weeks, right? This is the Kraken charts. This is when it got listed on Kraken and it had a huge momentum, and then really just sideways though. Honestly, nothing crazy. I do think that Dog gets back to that 006, and I do think we're gonna have a huge couple weeks with Dog here, heading back to that $1 billion. Dog got to get back to a billy. I do think it happens potentially in August. I mean, it really could run. I mean, there's a lot of momentum behind Dog. Let's head back to the crypto bubbles here. Let's get a little risky. Let's go a little more. 101 on Zora. Wow, what an hour for Zora. Up 14%. What is happening over there? What is happening on Zora? Let's see. Let's got Mocha, ZBNC, TWT wrecked. Pulse Chain, huge week last week. Let's see if that continues. Let's get a little bit more risky here. EHEX, GMX. Down a little bit. Troll down a little bit. Troll had a huge week last week, though. Grass 0.7. But yeah, man. Mix is up 1,600% on the month. Damn. Wild. Troll's up 900% on the month. Grass is down 20%. Eva. I'm not sure what any of these really are. But yeah, man. I think I ain't got really much else for you guys. So I am definitely going to be looking out for that flash net. It is coming within 15 minutes, so I do want to be ready for that. So we will see what that is. But if there's no more comments, I'm gonna get out of here. Go check out our partners, Sats Terminal, the one and only DEX aggregator on Bitcoin. If you do buy anything on Bitcoin Roots or altcoins, make sure you're doing it through Sats Terminal. They'll give you the best prices. Emblem Vault, Agent AI, Migrate.fun, Emblem.vision. Check them all out, guys. That is one of the bigger projects in the entire space. You got Fluid tokens that are building on altcoins, and Cardano, one of the bigger players in that area. Definitely check them out as well. Yeah, for sure. Artura, check out Artura. They got let's check that out real quick. Guys, you guys need to be over there on Artura.finance. The main reason is you're potentially gonna get points, right? I mean, I think we all know what points are. If you guys have a few more minutes, check out the point stuff. All you gotta do over there, seriously, just go long, short, $5, bridge over on 2100, right? This is gonna be one you're definitely gonna want to be on. You go to compete. You definitely want to be on this list, guys. Be on this list. I'm telling you, only 16 names here. It's gonna be a huge airdrop, especially if this doesn't, if we don't get more names here. Definitely want to be a part of this. You can bridge over on there. We do have a tutorial video on how to get PUSD and everything, so definitely check that out as well. If you're interested, check out Artura.finance. Get on this list, guys. I'm telling you, don't be stupid. Don't be stupid. You definitely want these points, and it's gonna be really soon. Then go check out Ordinal Hive, the one and only Ordinal marketplace that I use every single day. It's fast trading. You get your Ordinal right away, and that allows you to list it again without waiting for the blocks, right? All using the sniping power and stuff like that. Check out Merlin Chain. We have Jeff on the show tomorrow. Really excited for that. So definitely check out Merlin Chain, and check them all out, guys. Really hope you guys take a look at them. And yeah, that's our show, guys. And I'll see you tomorrow morning. Peace, guys.
OnChain Revolution roll call. Market recap. You're not bullish enough. No. You're not bullish enough. No. Look at the price go. Bitcoin control. Why you still coping? Price action rolling. Don't fall for bear trap. Swapping indexes and putting it up in the sex. I can take profit right now. OnChain is where I be now. You can never look back. They don't want you to know. How did the market react? Fear and greed, gotta adapt. Now we bridging the tokens and arching the network right now. You know how crazy we are. Nookies are savages now. They know how crazy we are. Chain abstraction, main attraction. OnChain Revolution.